you. What the stupid thing? All right. It's just me. Oh wow, 9 people all of a sudden. We got some Pikahi, Birahi, Ware, Cha-Cha going. J Gaming, YouTube, welcome. I'll have to stop the music temporarily to give you moderator. Mundir, thank you. Welcome everybody. All right, let's see. What up, Batman? I'm Batman. I'm good. How are you, J Gaming? Where are you located? Where are you located at? Oop, not that music. That's okay. Pretty soon I'm not going to be from the USA either, but I give you moderator so that you can connect to other people. So if you connect to somebody, go in, subscribe, give them a like, give them a comment, and tell them where you came from and ask them to connect back. When does this get interesting? When somebody comes in and starts asking questions and gets me going on a story or a rant about something. I just barely started it up, so just getting situated. So I'm going to be moving. Hello, Sasha. What am I benching? I don't know. I haven't benched in a long time. Let's see. I need a third device so that I can go back and forth and give people moderator that have channels. I'm in Washington State. I'm about 2 hours by highway from Seattle. What am I hunting? Ha! I would be hunting Filipinas, but I bagged one, so. All right, let's see. Sasha does not have a channel. Let's see about Zero. Let's see. O or Zero. Whoa. PG-13. We got looks like we got a kid in here, so. My day is going well. It's about 2:25 p.m. Jay Leno, let's check you. Jay Leno's got a subscriber. Doesn't look like a channel. All right. So we're hunting wabbits. Waskaway, wabbits. Ah, Filipinas, thanks. Who's my barber? If you're complaining about my haircut, I choose it because it's kind of a surfer, skateboarder style haircut. And I did 13 and a half years in the Navy, so I do my hair how I want. But my barber, I am my barber. I do it myself. The bangs used to be green. No, he's trying to cover baldness. I'm not trying to cover baldness. Mine's like a surfer style, so it is what it is. People think it's a comb over, but if it was a comb over, then I would have more of it grown out. I wouldn't just have the bangs. Thanks for stopping by, guys. You're gonna go on vacation July 3rd? 3rd? It'd be 3rd, not 3rd, unless you mean the 13th. So I'm less than 70 days away from moving to the Philippines to live. So that's the main thing we discuss in here is the Philippines and moving to the Philippines as an expat. But I'm also a gamer. And I'll watch a lot of movies and shows, so there's quite a few things that I can cover. Congrats to the Florida Panthers. Awesome. I have a Filipina lined up. I'm not gonna talk about her in a disrespectful way because she's a sweetheart. But yes, I have a beautiful young lady lined up in the Philippines, but I'm going there to live. I'm not going there hunting beaver. I'm going there for an early retirement. I'm 49. And I'm just going to enjoy life. Love you long time. Yes, I get the reference. I love Full Metal Jacket. And I know it's also used in the Two Life Crew song. My head looks funny. That's tanning, so I can't help it. Now we're down to one person, but I got 5 likes, so we'll take it. If people have a channel, I'll give them moderator. Thank you very much. I'm excited. I'm 49 and my Filipina girlfriend is 32. She looks 23, but she's 32 and just gorgeous as you can imagine. Fun, fit, friendly, feminine, not one of these angry Western women. We got a helicopter going by. Probably won't be able to see it, but it sounds like a Chinook, one of the two bladers. Yeah, she's on the other side of the trees, but I'm relatively close to Joint Base Lewis McChord, and they go over to the Olympic Mountains a lot and do training over there. So I see a lot of Chinooks, Blackhawks, and the occasional Apache. I'm on early, yes. Actually, I wanted to get on about an hour ago or more, but I needed to do some things in my Star Trek Fleet Command game. I could have streamed it, but I just decided to wait and knock it out. And she should be waking up about now. Let's see. As long as she doesn't have a blackout or whatever. Looks like she's probably still sleeping. Gotta grind out those watch hours, Jester. Jay Leno subscribed. Thank you. What watch am I wearing? Let's see. This is a Casio G-Shock Pro Trek. I forget the model, but it's a higher end model. It's titanium. So that when I get to the Philippines, hey Matets, good morning. Magandang umaga po. Well, she has to get up early. No, I don't need a Rolex in the Philippines. Now, if somebody wanted to gift me a Rolex Submariner because I am a submarine veteran for my 50th birthday, or a wedding present when that happens eventually, I would gladly accept it. But the nice thing about the titanium is I can go swimming in the ocean and just rinse it off with salt water so it doesn't get corroded or anything like that. And it's got sensors on it, so it's I don't think there's anything in the Philippines to set it atomically, but it has atomic setting, barometer, altimeter, temperature, and compass. So it'll be a nice, useful, and it's also solar. That was another reason I got it. I still may end up getting a Galaxy Watch Pro or Ultra, whatever they end up calling this year's high model, because I do want to get tracking on my sleep, heart rate, steps, and all of that stuff. Yeah, but I don't need a Rolex. I'm not a Rolex guy. I'm not a high roller. I'm a simple guy. I love my gadgets, but this will work for most of the time. Excuse me. But I'll also get probably a Galaxy Watch 7. I have a 3, but next year Samsung is going to end support for the Tizen. All right, get back to sleep, Matets. And the issue Jester and I were having has been resolved, so I am helping with the Bohol trip. So that's Jester and I now. So I'm covering Chi. So no longer an issue. We got everything sorted out, and I wanted that to be done so everything was cool with Jester, and so I wasn't having ongoing frustration on my end regarding Chi. So that's all resolved. Oh, she knows? You already told her? All right. Well, I just wanted to let her know I got a little testicle in the Chi's live stream last night, so I wanted to fix that. before Chi woke up. But she and I talked afterwards last night, and things are great with us, but I wanted to fix things up with Jester too, because I think Jester and I will be good friends, and I don't want anything negative between us. So that's all fixed. Everything with Chi is super amazing, and she is gonna move in with me in Duma. Well, we're not gonna be in Duma, but the vicinity of Dumaguete. Valencia is the ideal, or maybe even a little past that, but I'm not looking for an expensive place. I would actually rather get a cheaper place and do some fix up and get low rent, like overstay. I think probably the reason he he didn't say it's next door to his house. I know it's next door to his house. It's on the other side of his outdoor cooking sitting area, because I can tell from the paint. And probably the reason he rented it was only $46 a month, but also he can put either grandma and or calamansi Melgene in there. But the other benefit of having that place is less noise from neighbors, but also he doesn't have to worry about a subscriber coming in and moving in next to him and trying to be buddy. So I'm guessing that's probably the biggest reason that he rented the house next to him. But I mean, it's $46 a month, and it gives him more space so that if grandma and or calamansi are in the area helping take care of the kids, because that's the main reason grandma and calamansi were there, was to help take care of both kids, but especially their son, because their son has their son is autistic, so he's got to be watched like a hawk. The currency situation is amazing in the Philippines, right? I don't know what it is today, but the dollar's been very strong for a while, and it's been on the upper side of that lately. It's been as high as like 58.7 something per US dollar. So you can live very well as a Westerner in the Philippines if you have an online digital nomad kind of a job, or you have disability, or you have a retirement. I'm going to start out with a budget of just under $2,000 a month, which will cover all my expenses, including putting money in the bank every month. And some months I won't put money in the bank because we'll go do trips. Let's see, what's my thought? No, I don't want to live in Cebu. And if we're on Negros, it's also better. I know it goes back and forth. Some people are like, I want to live 2 or 3 islands away from their Filipinas family, but she's not a kid. She's 32, even though she looks 23, and she is already. I didn't even have to ask. She told me she has set the boundaries with her family because she sacrificed her 20s basically going to Manila to work and support her family and her sisters going through school, that she let them know in no uncertain terms that when she starts her family, that is her focus. If she has extra and she can help them, she will. But she has boundaries established with her family, and she was very adamant about that. So that's not even something I had to ask about or put down the law on. She volunteered that information herself. And her two younger sisters are in college doing really well, so I think they'll end up being more the breadwinners, even though she's older, because she gave up going to college herself to work for the family and put the younger sisters through college and probably a better high school. So it's going to be a good situation, and she's got her YouTube channel as well, so she's got some income there. But like I said, I'll start out with about just under 2,000 a month US, and then once I hit 55, I'll be able to tap into another dowry. I'll tap into another source of income that'll probably give me at least a few $100s a month, if not a bit more. I could probably take more. I don't know if it's a set amount. I think I can draw about as much as I want out of it per month once I hit 55. So that would be in 5.5 years. And then once I hit 62, I'm leaving before I can retire from my job, but I'm vested, so I will still get some amount of money from that. And I can get that at 60. And then at 62, if Social Security still exists, I can get that as well. And if, let's say, I get $2,000 from Social Security, I'll probably be pulling $4,000 a month, and 3,000 and up is like top 1% in the Philippines. To give you an idea, lawyers and doctors clear $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So getting there with almost $2,000 a month to start is not bad by any stretch. Jasper in the Philippines, his monthly is around 3,000. He said on like his high months where he did trip to like Palawan and stuff like that, it may have been closer to 4,000. But man, once I hit 3,000 or above, it's doing very, very well. But what we would probably try and do is bank a lot of it and buy a plot of land, build a little simple house. Nothing like it's me. I'm not going to have that kind of money, and I don't need anything flashy. We just want something stable and comfortable and paid for, so that since I am older than her, if I pass young, she'll have a house that's free and clear so that she's taken care of. Or if, let's say, the US dollar collapses, which people like Jasper and others say, oh, that would never happen, that's a myth, blah, 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 blah. I think it's a lot more likely than people give credit for, especially with the BRICS alliance. BRICS is acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and then a bunch of other countries, including like Saudi Arabia and others, are getting on with that. And they are trying to decouple the US dollar from petroleum. And if they do that, it's going to be a very big deal for the US dollar. And then the debt in the US is ridiculous, and other things going on. So I think it's very possible the dollar could collapse. And if we didn't have a house paid for and stuff, I would very potentially have to go back to the US at least for a while to work. But I mean, if it crashed down super bad, I don't know what would happen. But if we owned a place free and clear, then let's say we had to live just on her income, since she has YouTube and stuff like that, and if all we had to worry about was utilities and food, and not have to worry about a rental or a mortgage. Obviously, they don't have mortgages the same way in the Philippines, but some kind of a payment for rental or whatever, then I wouldn't necessarily have to leave the Philippines. So there's a lot of reasons why I know return on investment isn't good. It's not like buying property or a house on the Philippines isn't a good investment to sell. But from a stability and being able to live there cheaper, if you do buy, as a foreigner, you cannot buy land. Your Filipina can buy land, or you can set up like an LLC corporation and buy land. But I think Filipinos have to be 60% holders. Now you could spread that out over a number of them, so that they didn't necessarily, collectively they would have the majority control, but they wouldn't, I don't know that they would really be able to come together and toss me out. But the better plan would be, if you can find a Filipina that is solid, has her own money, has boundaries set with her family, then buying land and building at least just kind of a simple, comfortable home. And I don't mean like a nipa hut, which I believe that is the word for bamboo. You can have a nice hollow block house for a pretty reasonable amount and have a nice, comfy, happy life. Will I be getting a boat? I don't know. I don't think I really need to get a boat. If I was gonna go fishing or diving, I would probably just go out on a rental. I mean, prices are so low over there. I don't think it would be worth owning a boat. And with the storms, typhoons, and things that can go through there, I don't really want to have that risk because there's a good chance that boat would get hammered pretty hard and be gone. So I think on that aspect, it's smarter to just rent a boat or charter a boat or something for a day here and there. Yeah, I do love the Seahawks. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. So Valencia, well, I know what you're saying about Cebu would be easier to island hop. We can grab a flight from Duma to Cebu and go from there, or we can take a ferry to Siargao. Siargao is really close by ferry. So we'll be definitely doing videos. Some of it will be together, some of it will be content for each of our own channels. I want her to feel like she has her own stuff that she's doing, and if something didn't work out, then it's not like some of these couple vloggers where they're arguing over who gets the channel and stuff like that. Yeah, 3,800 PHP, which is Philippine pesos, so we'll just call it pesos, but it is Philippine pesos for a day island hopping in Cebu, working 3-day weekends. I want easy hopping. Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot to do on Negros too. I also want to do kind of hiking through the jungle. I know there's a lot of hiking trails and there's waterfalls to go to. There's hot springs and things. So there's also a lot of things to do on Negros. I'm sure that's true on other islands as well. I don't know about, I don't know the topography of like Cebu or Luzon. Well, Luzon I know some. Yeah, I'll be retired. But if we have kids, it'll become less retirement. But I mean, I was between being in the Navy and being gone at sea, along with working a lot in the shipyard. And
I'm running down this pool. Do you need anything?
no, I think, how about some High Life? No, I have High Life. I'm good. I have everything. Thank you. We're going to have at least one kid, and we'll try and have one. I don't know if I want to get a reversal because I don't want to have a basketball team of kids, but I know Chi wants to have at least one kid. So I don't want to have a reversal and then a redo of the vasectomy reversal. So I would probably see if they can do the extraction. Oh, right on. Thank you for your service, Jester. Yeah, snorkeling and scuba is amazing in the Philippines. I know there's one of the places you can go to and you can get a charter and go out and dive with whale sharks. So that would be fun to do sometime. Chi says she doesn't know how to swim, but I mean, we can fix that. And if you're scuba diving, you don't have to know how to swim because your BCD, buoyancy control device, takes care of you. And you put the air into it and it floats you like a life jacket, and then you let some of it out and you go down however deep you're going to go and are neutrally buoyant. So you don't have to know how to swim really for scuba. High Life is actually pretty good, and it's also cheap. So I can get a 12 pack of 16-ounce cans for $12.95 on sale. And I would rather drink that than, say, Coors, Bud Light, things like that. So High Life, Miller High Life is known as the champagne of beers. And it's actually a pretty decent mass-produced beer. So if you haven't had it, give it a try, because I think you would be very pleasantly surprised. When I started Swing Shift again last fall, the guy that was on with me, we started talking about beer, and I told him I was drinking High Life. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's my main beer too. I like other things." So, but if you haven't tried it, also get Modelo Negro. It is amazing. I have that in there as well. So I'll probably have a Negro here in a bit. And it's almost 3 p.m., which means it's after 5 p.m. on the East Coast. So I figure it's always after 5 p.m. somewhere in the world. Yeah, I don't really want to live on Cebu, but also, I don't know. I got sidetracked talking about her family. So if we're on Negros, we are on the same island as her family, but they're 2.5, 3 hours away by bus. And they just live simple, and she laid down boundaries. So I'm not really concerned in this case with the family being a problem. If it was, we can always move. And I'm sure she would be okay with that. And then, if we did that, then like once a month we'd go to Negros and visit the family. But I just think for me, Negros is probably about the best place to go. While I do have to take a hop and then another flight out of Cebu to go island hopping, that's fine with me. I'm not really worried about it, but since we're planning on having at least one kid, might not be as much island hopping as I would like, but to be with Chi is going to require having a kid, and I'm absolutely willing to do that. But it's not just for her. It's, as I was saying, being at sea in the Navy, working a lot on the shipyard, and then when my first divorce happened, I signed off on allowing her to move herself and the kids to Alaska to be by her parents and her older sister. Well, there went my stuff. Luckily, my phone didn't go. Give me just a second. Ash, you son of a bitch. My power strip, along with all of my power supplies, went flying because he jumped up and ran, and of course decided to run under the table and yank all my cords. Jackass. He's a great dog, but man, sometimes I want to choke him. Ash, come here. Ash, come. Come on. Come here. Come here. Yeah, you're in trouble and you know it. Now you get to be hooked up. All right, that was fun. Oh, what got deleted? Whoa, Jester's shit. Ash. God damn it. Jester, sorry about that. When he grabbed the cord, the phone bumping around managed to bump enough things that it banned you from the channel, but you're back, so come back in. I didn't do it. When Ash jumped up, it yanked my secondary phone, and it just managed to hit the screen on everything it needed to do to select a profile and ban the user. Dumbass, get over here. Go over here. He jumped up and it yanked all of my power cords and my power strip off of my picnic table and my bug zapper. Everything went flying. Luckily, my good phone didn't go flying. Yeah, Ash is in trouble. I'm pissed off. And I looked back at the screen and I'm like, how did Jester get deleted? Dumbass. Not happy with you. I don't know what I was talking about because technical difficulties with dogs causing mayhem. So if anybody knows where I am, you two have the same birthday? Son of all. You too. Naughty, naughty. Naughty, naughty. I am, there is a little sadness, Jester, in that since I'm now taken, we can't have the sword crossing festivities. God bless it, Ash. Stay away from my cords, jerk. Go over there. I'm back. And somehow I'm in somebody else's live stream. That's nice. Yeah, Ash banned you. And I now have, let me add you as a moderator again. All right. Jester, you're back as a moderator. So, Ash removed you as a moderator and banned you in one flip of the power cords bouncing the phone. Luckily, I get good cases from my phones. I get Spigen cases, Spigen Tough Armor cases. And if you don't have a good case and you want one that has a kickstand on it, the Tough Armor is a nice cross between super rugged and slim, but also including a kickstand. Sunday what? You know, like, what is it for a fight? Like Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. But yes, it is Sunday here in the US. The time is almost 3 p.m. I haven't heard from Chi yet. So either she slept in or maybe they have her internet's down and or have a blackout. Let's look here. It says she was active 59 minutes ago, but that's on Facebook Messenger. We usually message on Google Chat. Yeah, she usually gets up at 5:30 to open her store. That's why she gets up so early every day. So since she didn't message me on Google Chat, I'm going to assume that she doesn't have regular internet right now. Because over in the Philippines, if you lose internet, Facebook Messenger defaults back to SMS so that they can still message people. So it, or at least over there, it acts kind of like a regular text messenger, even when it's Facebook messages. Yeah, that's the other thing. She could be resting. I told her to rest and take it easy and take vitamin C because she felt like she was getting a fever. Because just a few days ago, basically the day after she went to the resort to go to the pool, her dad got sick with a fever, and so did her mom. So whatever bug they picked up seems to have moved from her parents to her. Yeah, she had a blackout. Luckily, we were able to message for a little while afterwards, though, and got things fixed up. I mean, things were fine. I was just wound up. Man, I get now that the bug zapper moved, I have pieces of fried insect flying across my table, so I keep getting distracted. I'm a little on the OCD side. I'm not OCD, but I have OCD tendencies. Let me see. I don't even know if my camera's set up right anymore. I'm glad it didn't yank my good camera, because the good camera, so that I can put my cooling fan, basically it also has a cooling chip in it, kind of like an inverter for an AC unit, but on a small scale. So it does take power, because one side gets cold, so that draws out more heat from the phone if it's charging or running the radios, like I'm on Wi-Fi for the live streaming. And then it's got a little fan as well to cool off, because one side of the chip gets cold and the other side gets hot, so the cooling fan keeps the hot side, and it keeps my phone. If you live stream, when you're charging your phone, it gets warm, can get hot, and if you're live streaming and charging, it's even worse. So yeah, sponsor her. Well, if I was going to do something like that out there for her family, which I'll look at now that you bring it up, is to get some type of solar generator. I don't mean a full-blown roof-mounted solar generator or regular solar system, because it can be pretty expensive, but you can, for a reasonable amount, at least on the US side of money, get a solar generator, which people are like, what the hell's a solar generator? It's basically a big battery bank with solar panels you can attach to it. But pretty soon it's not gonna be as big of a deal, because I don't think most of her family isn't using internet a lot. I know her sister's on the phone a lot, but her sister's not doing YouTube and stuff, so it's not as much of a priority. Hey, Mark, sorry I didn't say hi. But for her and I, we're going to get Starlink, and we're going to get a solar generator, so that if there's a blackout, we can switch over to the solar generator and run the Starlink and keep our phones going and stuff. Hey, Peter Berg, good evening. It's only 3 p.m. here, but I guess if you're East Coast side, then it is evening in the West or the East Coast. My hair's doing crazy things. Yeah, their power's not great out there in the Biowan area. And I don't know exactly where her place is, but she's got to walk quite a ways to get to the bus station to take a bus into Biowan, I believe. So she's not technically in Biowan. Yeah. No, you're doing it for work, but I'm not gonna have to do it. I thought about, like, man, could I get a job out there? But then, even though I'd be in the Philippines, I would still be anchored to a job and dealing with the stress of the job. At least if let's say they needed somebody out there that does the job that I do in a shipyard. I don't know that they would, but I don't need the stress anymore. I've got enough gray hairs, you know. I have a little bit of color left. I just want to enjoy life, so I thought about it for a while. I even thought about, well, I could work in Guam because they do have Pearl Harbor Shipyard does have a detachment now in Guam, and they do have positions for the job I do, and that would put me close to the Philippines. But again, not in the Philippines, and I would still be working. So that would, it wouldn't work for a family and stuff. It's just, the best thing is I just gotta go. I just gotta cut ties and go. I gotta look at a thing real quick. Mary Rose is helping me find a place, so I've got to take a look at this. Of course that happened, and of course that happened. Sometimes I hate YouTube. Not YouTube, Facebook. Food. I need to share that. Let's see if I can find it. She just sent me a classified. Facebook is being dumb. Ash, go that way. Go over there if you're gonna puke. Thank you. All right, Facebook. Man, trying to look at this thing. Yeah, you know, Guam could be an option, but I mean, I think Subic's a good option because you'll be in the Philippines. You can still do a lot of stuff for cheap. So I just gotta go. It's just time. I need to find that house. She sent me, well, it looks like a nice place, but I can't find it. Or it has already rented. I don't have the money to buy at this point. Man, if that's one unit and not a multiple shared unit, that's a beautiful house. I don't know how many rooms it's got, but it's got a pool and a fence. Woo! It looks like it has, well, I can't see one direction, but at least it looks like 2 or 3 directions have clear view to the sky. So unless where they're taking the picture from has stuff blocking behind the photographer, that place would have visibility for Starlink, so that would be fantastic. I don't have to have a pool, but if I have a pool and it's a reasonable price, I'll take it. I don't know if that's a condo place or if that's a single unit home. It looks like a pretty large yard though for a single person home. It's definitely possible, but as big as that looks, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a multiple unit place. Here, I'll show you. It's only a little picture because I clicked through to Facebook and it's not coming up. So either the post is gone or since I just now joined the group, it's not showing up. But look at that place. Now that's in Bakong, not Valencia. And of course, Ash is wrapping his cable around things. Dude, sometimes you're stupid. All right, I'm back. I think Bakong is lower down, so it's going to be, yeah, he's having too much annoying fun. Thanks. He manages to find all of the places within reach of his cable that I don't want him to screw with. Oh, this is a particular thing I shouldn't screw with or get caught around. I'm going to go right to that. Jackass. Yeah. So Mary Rose sends me the link. I can't click through, so I ask her, okay, basic information. And she comes back with, this is from Bakong Dawan. That's not helpful. It already says it's in Bakong Negros Oriental. If I say give me basic information, think about the motherfucking question that I'm asking. I'm asking, how big is the place? How many rooms does it have? How much does it cost to rent? Is it a single or a multiple? I don't know yet. She hasn't told me because I asked for basic info and she gives me the location again. That's one frustration I get with Filipinas. I ask basic questions and it gets interpreted at the loosest possible definition. And while it seems like maybe that's being a little unreasonable, Mary does real estate. She used to work for Mega World. So Mary Rose absolutely knows how to answer questions about real estate. So maybe she just woke up. So I'm eating half of a Snickers. While you were gone, Jackass was laying down, jumped up and ran that way, snagged all the power cords. Luckily this stayed, but all of this went. And with the phone flying through the air and bouncing multiple times, the screen managed to click on Jester's profile, remove him from the channel, ban him from the channel, which stripped his moderator. So Ash banned Jester. I had to go find a way to fix it. It took me a second. So he's on his cable. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm talking to Chip. He's behind the camera at the other end of the picnic table. Yeah, I don't really think it's understanding how Filipinos do business. I would think to anybody, especially if they've done real estate, basic information about real estate for anybody, especially somebody that's been a realtor, anywhere, should be understood to mean they're probably asking about the square footage, square meters, number of rooms, price of the unit, what are the amenities. That's basic information. Sending me the link and telling me it's in Bakong Dawan, and I ask for basic information and you tell me again it's in Bakong on Negros, that's not helpful. You already gave me that information. I already know that. Chip got here from Nebraska and my diet was out the window. That, and since I'm this close to moving, there's not going to be that much time to lose more weight. Yeah, there's no address and no Zillow, but still. Basic info. Come on, Mary. Help a brother out. It may just be gone now because you go into the group and a lot of posts don't show anymore, and it said maybe they just showed it to a small group where it's no longer available. So, but they don't go back to the group they posted in and remove the post. So there's a lot of dead posts in there. And then the other people are like, "Oh, bid to rent from me," and it has like a banner. How about you give me a little bit of information in the title of your bid to rent? General location, I mean, even just the town, and what size. Come on. The basics, the bare minimums, come on. Is nobody chatting now? Or is my chat locked up? It appears to just be nobody chatting. Even though I have 6 people in here and nobody's saying anything. Big Mac sounds good, actually. I really need, I don't think just an apartment would work. I really need a house, or at least like a duplex, so that I've got walls. Security, yes, but the walls are helpful for security, but also helpful for keeping ash in. So it says there's a 6-month in-house quarantine, and I'm not sure if that means in-house meaning their facilities, which would suck, or in-house meaning your residence. Because if it's in-house in their location, man, that would be rough, because it's for 6 months. God bless it. No. I told you that I can't. Mary came back with the answer of, tap the picture. It'll show you the basic information. No, Mary. No, Mary, it won't. I already told you that the link isn't taking me to the post. I already said it. Open Google Chat. Take 5 seconds longer than the initial 2 seconds of reading it or just scanning it. See what it says and answer the question. I said the link is not taking me to the post, so what's the basic information? And I get back Bakong. So I ask about size and number of rooms, blah, 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 and she says, click on the picture. Yeah. Yep, that's a good idea. I just asked her to screenshot it. Well, she's not in Duma. She's in Bayawan, which is 2.5 or 3 hours from Duma. So Bakong, Darwin, and Valencia are all, the way we would say it in the US, are essentially suburbs of Dumaguete. So a suburb may have its own little town name. My patients will be fine. I lived in Hawaii. I understand island time. I can be fine with slow paced. I'm not living in it right now, but if I ask you a basic question, why would I go for 2 weeks, for a week or two, and find out what I need to make my plans? Tickets are not cheap, especially on short notice, and I'm leaving my job and moving there in less than 70 days. So no, that's not going to work, Mark. If I was still going to be moving next year, then yes, I would have done a discovery trip this summer or fall, but no, I'm moving in less than 70 days. I'm friends with Mary Rose. She has worked for Mega World. She's done real estate. I'm asking, while it seems to you maybe unreasonable questions or getting upset too quickly, she is a realtor, a licensed realtor. I'm asking basic real estate questions. Take 5 seconds, read my message, process what my message said, and respond to it. She probably just woke up and is trying to get to work. If that's the case, say, I will get back to you when I get to work. No problem. Mary Rose is in Bindoy, which is also not terribly far from Dumaguete, probably further than Bakong, Darwin, and Valencia. I feel like it's maybe half an hour to Dumaguete from Bindoy, because she works at Bindoy Hospital. All right. Spacious. So she's not in because she has a bad fever. Two spacious bedrooms. So this is information about the... Yeah, she has a bad fever. She picked it up from her parents. She took care of them, got them well, so they recovered in 2 or 3 days, so I'm sure she'll be fine. Yeah, I would get her breakfast in bed if I was there. Unfortunately, I'm not, so... Okay, so information about the house. Mary did respond with screenshots. Spacious 2-bedroom with AC, 2 CRs with hot and cold shower, storage room. It's a quiet place, big front yard, fenced and gated. 30K rent, 1-year lease, 1 month advance, 1 month advance, 2 months deposit. Oof. That's like 600. That's, I told her that I did not want to be above 500 and preferred to be significantly lower than that. And I sent her a link to the video of Overstay renting a place. And yes, it's on Cebu in Danbatayan, which is a much smaller area, not heavily populated by expats. But he's getting it for $46. And then in Purak on Luzon, expensive expat. Helicopter going over. Sorry for the noise. Pretty sure that's either a sheriff helicopter or a life flight. Expensive expat is renting a place for $36 a month, and as he finds them, he's been taking video of other places that are similar deals, and all of them kind of need a little bit of fixing up and some TLC. It doesn't say, but I haven't looked through the pictures yet. I just read you guys the basic stats. Man, it's got a nice big yard on the side So from the end where they were taking the picture of the backside of the house with the pool, if you turned right, there is a really big, like a large grassy fenced area that would be great for ash. Hey, oh, hang on. Nice kitchen. The kitchen is in a corner, so the sink. There's two windows kind of by each other in the corner there. Big living room. Man, that's a great yard. That it is a big lot. Like, it's in Bakong, and I can't remember exactly how far Bakong is, but it's not far. I'm guessing off the top of my head, 25 to 40 minutes from Dumaguete. Nice sized bedroom, and that looks like it's got at least a queen in it. Man. So I think that's more than Gio is paying for his house, but his is a condo. Does have security and a fence, but the pool area is all common area that's shared with people. This is one household, private, but I don't know. It depends on what has to happen with Ash. I think it's more than a duplex. You look at how many chairs are out by the pool. I don't think it's just a duplex, but I could be wrong. You may know more about it than me. Mio Rider, hello Mio. Big love shout out to Mio Rider. Nice. Yeah. Residence, and it doesn't have to be in basically like Philippine customs or whatever they would call the place they would keep him, which is, I don't want to have to do that because that would probably be near Manila, so that just creates a whole nother headache. I'd be having to go to Manila all the time to visit him. And I've known when I was in Hawaii, they used to have I don't know if it was 30 days or 3-month quarantine inbound. And a good friend of mine, they had a Doberman. And even though they went every day to visit the dog, it wouldn't eat, and it ended up dying because the dog was so depressed. So 600. Well, here's the problem, Matets. He's got to be in quarantine for 6 months. And I don't know yet if that means on my premises or in a government facility for quarantine. If it's on my premises, let's say there's not many places that have yards like this. This would be a good, even though it's expensive at $600 a month, it could be a good 1-year place to go so that I can do the 6 months quarantine and he would still have a big yard. So I'm not going to totally rule it out, but it's definitely way higher than I would want. But maybe I would have to do it for a year. We got 6 people. I don't know who all's in here. I did tell Chi that I'm live, so she could be lurking at the moment. Sorry, just give me a minute. I'm sending her I have no idea. I said I don't know yet. This next one she sent me, I think Mary is a sweetheart, but I think she has ADD because she asked me basic limitations or requirements that I had or like my price range. And I told her that I could probably do 500, but would prefer less. So far, she sent me one for 600 and another one for 750. Yeah, but I don't know where else you could take ash to quarantine them that would meet the requirements for bringing them into the Philippines. But I understand what you're saying. Maybe go for a short period to another country and then go to the Philippines. I need to know if it's in my residence or a government facility. Because my initial concern was more for the if I could bring him on a tourist visa, and I think I can get around that by selling him to Chi. Neighboring countries that have agreements with Philippines. Yeah, man. So I'm not even gonna look at that place. The second place she sent is beautiful and luxurious, but oh my goodness. Hey, G, Cheese here, and Gemma. Sorry, guys. I was looking at real estate posts and messaging Mary about Ash and rentals. So we got Gemma, Matets, Chi. Yeah, it's worth it. Ash is not a free mutt. Ash was $2,500. Mary Rose, who is a friend I made from Jasper's live stream. Yep, trying. But Mary asked me, "What's your price range?" And I said, "I could maybe do 500 a month, but would prefer cheaper, preferably significantly cheaper, even if it's not super duper nice and we needed to paint inside and out and do a little fixing." Overstay found one for $46 a month US. Yes, it's basic. It doesn't have a pool. I don't need a crazy high-end place. But why so guapo? I'm so guapo for you, Chi. Now look at that smile. I went from frustrated and annoyed to big smile and happy because Chi's in here now. All right. So the first place is 600. Really, I would like to get one for like 350 or 400 or less. But I told her I could maybe do 500. She has showed me two places. One is 600 US and one is 750 US. And I think they're both in Bakong, Darwin area, not Valencia. Now, I might have to settle for a place in Bakong or Darwin because they're not as populated as Valencia. They're not up the mountain, so they're not as cool. But they may be cheaper, and since they're lower down and probably more in more flat areas, I may be able to bridesmaid Gemma find a place with a larger lot and therefore yard going to Bakong or Darwin. So I'm definitely open to it. But good grief, if you ask me a price range and I say my upper limit is 500, don't show me 600 to 750. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Saturday night fever? Probably not, since it's Monday morning. Yeah, I'm not really worried about amenities, Peter, and it doesn't have to be a big house or a big lot, but I do need some yard for Ash, at least for the first. It's not even confirmed for sure that the quarantine is 6 months, but if it is, and let's say I have to do a minimum of a year lease, then I may have to opt for a more expensive place for the first year to get through the quarantine process, because once he's done with the quarantine, then we don't need a big yard, because we can just take him out and walk him on the road or wherever is public access. So the biggest concern is, how long is quarantine? Does it have to be in a government facility, or can he be with me at my place? Or if me bringing him on a tourist visa is a problem, use this this red one here. If me bringing him in on a tourist visa is a problem, then what I'll do is write it up that I'm selling him to Chi, and then he would be under her custody for the duration of the quarantine, but also, until I get my SRV visa eventually, or a marriage visa eventually. That would come after the divorce eventually. Lots of things to do and consider. I have to know more of the specifics. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Chi. Sorry you're not feeling good, sweetie. And that froze. Weird. It's hot today. It says 72. I didn't look at my weather station, but the app on my phone says 72. But that is located in or near town, which is a couple 100 feet lower elevation and cooler than here. You would think higher would be cooler, but here, where I'm at specifically on my road, it's usually hotter. If it's warm, it's going to be hotter at my place. If it's cold, it's going to be colder at my place, just based on the weather patterns over my property. So if it says 72, it's probably 75 to 78 at my house. All right, we got 6. We're at 1:30. I still got lots of time before Jasper goes live, but in about half an hour, I will end the stream and close the app. Charge what's my phone at? My phone's at 74% because I took off the battery limiter, so it was charged to 100 instead of 80. So in about half an hour, I'm going to end it, close the app, and start another live just to keep my audio from going wonky. Because it seems at about 2 hours and 10 minutes that I don't know if it's a memory leak with the YouTube app or something, but at about 2 hours and 10 minutes, my audio usually tends to start acting weird. I'm still figuring out some of the hours because it doesn't update immediately. Sometimes it shows you on some of the stats how much you have right away, but other parts of it don't reflect it for 3 to 5 days or longer as they verify that they're valid watch hours and not being boosted somehow. Let me look and see what it says right now, but I don't know if it includes yet anything from this weekend yet. Right now it looks like I'm sitting at about 680 subscribers. It was at 682, now it's at 681. So it's fluctuating a bit, but I seem to have stalled out. So hopefully I can get to 1,000 here in a few weeks at least. Analytics. So my 365-day watch hour total right now is 184.3, but that's total time, and evidently it only counts public watch hours. I don't know what count as public watch hours, because that number is always significantly behind what it says on the earn tab. What it says are my public watch hours to meet my 3,000 hours is way lower than what my updated time is. Last 7 days is 85.8. As of June 25th, so 5 days ago, my earn tab shows 124 hours out of 3,000. But my analytics say 184. Last 28 days is 155. So most of it's in the last month. But it doesn't include the last 5 days. And I feel like it's not including stuff from even further back than that. Or people are somehow, maybe if their history isn't on, it's not counting it as public watch hours. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, feel free to comment and let me know. And the tabs are all weird because if I click on like the Friday night live I did, on the watch hours time it says 14 and a half, but if I actually click on it and look, it says the watch time is 2.1 hours. So Matets, the way they break it down here, they've split it up. It used to be one thing. It was you did not get monetized at all until you reached 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Right now, at least in the US, it's broken down further, I think, to give you more steps so that you are feeling accomplished at sooner levels. So the way it's broken down, at least in the US right now, in my YouTube studio, is to initially get monetized. Yes, I understand. Look at the $ on my YouTube. My YouTube studio is broken down further than the old 1,000 and 4,000. Now they break it down further, and initial monetization is at 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. That gets me supers in my live chats and probably thank yous and memberships. I don't get ads for videos or shorts until I reach 1,000 and 4,000. 1,000 bananas and 4,000 watch hours. So that's how they break it down now, or at least that's the updated breakdown as far as in the US. That is what YouTube Studio reflects to me right now. And $, the earn tab, I'm going to call it the earn tab, is only reflecting 124 hours of watch time, where my analytics tab says it already not like before. Yep, I've been saying that for a while. My analytics watched hours for 365 days is 180 something. But as of 5 days ago, my earn tab is only reflecting 124 of those. And even if it only went to the 25th, it should at least be at 150 or 160 for those watch hours. So I'm not sure for the earn tab what it considers public watch hours. I understand it's different, but I'm not sure how it's different. I'm not sure in the background what it is using to calculate what counts for the $, also known as the earn tab. Maybe on a computer there's more information given, but in the mobile app for Studio, it is not giving me a whole lot of explanation of things. Well, the earn tab says as of June 25th. So it should be higher than 124. And actually, it's gone up this weekend. So it is showing partial amounts of my watch time, even from this weekend. Because before the weekend, I think I was at 112 on the earn tab. So it's gone up by 12 hours, including this weekend's live. Yeah. Well, I don't have a laptop yet. I'm gonna buy one. That's on my plan to do either today or sometime this week. Sorry, guys. Multitasking. Yeah, I know. It's just a pain in the butt to do it on my phone. And I'm not going to try and do it while I'm live. It's hard enough just going back and forth between the two devices doing the chats. Yeah, I'll look at it after. I'm not going to try and do it during the live stream. Hopefully in the next week I'll have a laptop, because I'm going to get a GoPro. All right, Mark, thanks for coming in and listening. I'm not always wound up. Appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us and giving me a little bit of your time for my hours. I appreciate it very much. I really wish I could find something that's livable immediately, but that could use over time some refurb at a much lower price. I don't need it to be Westerner ready. I need hot and cold water for showers. I need a flush toilet and electricity. And if I can't get internet there, I at least have to have visibility to the Starlink satellites, which she should be able to put the Starlink app on her phone. And if I'm really interested in a place, have her go to the location, pull out the Starlink app, and use the AR, augmented reality, and it'll show whether or not there's visibility, like if there's trees in the way or buildings in the way. So that's what I really need. Mary Rose, or maybe even Chi, to kind of get over there and start doing some legwork to help find us a place. That'll probably be the best thing. Maybe I'll talk to Chi. I don't know if you're still in here, Chi. Maybe we can find a real basic apartment for short term in the Duma area, so that you could maybe check out, at locations to see what you can find for us. Just an idea. I don't know if that works for you or not. You can let me know in the private chat. But Mary works a full-time job, has a daughter, and is pretty busy, so she's limited what she can do. But she's not just doing it. I mean, she's doing it to help me out, and I've helped her out. So she didn't demand compensation, but I know things are tough, and I told her I would compensate her for her time that she helps me find a place. And if she is able to help me get information on what I have to do to get Ash there, I'll compensate her for that to help her out, because she's a friend. Stay. I'm not excited about starting swing shift tomorrow. I'm sorry, not swing shift, day shift. It takes me about a month to get used to a new schedule. I'm looking at clouds in the distance. I wouldn't be surprised if it sprinkles at some point here. I don't know if it's gonna sprinkle or full on rain. Yeah, I know I can earn watch hours there. I'm trying to, along with going through my stuff and get everything packed up, thrown away, donated, or sold, I'm also trying to crunch out as many watch hours as I can, so that when I do get there, I can be relatively done with or at least as much as I can, done with my watch hours ahead of time. Yeah, I know you know how to do it. I just, I'm worried my initial videos that are like traveling and arriving and meeting, which may do extremely well, wouldn't get what they deserve because I'm not yet monetized. So that's part of the reason I'm doing. All right, see you, Peter Perk. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I'm just trying to do as much as I can so that when I am there, I have more chance to earn if I'm already closer to being monetized. I don't expect to get 3,000 hours done in the next however many days before I move, but if I can crunch away at the numbers, it's only going to help when I do get there. And what I was asking Chi is what you think of the idea of possibly, even for a few days, going to the Dumaguete area and seeing what you can find as far as a house. I don't know how much time Mary's going to have to do it. And then I could transfer money over to you and go ahead and secure the place so that it doesn't get rented out from under us. So just an idea. I'm totally willing to go ahead and start renting a place so that somebody else doesn't rent a great deal out from under us. And I know things open up all the time, but it seems like a lot of the things that open up are the higher priced places. And nobody's chatting. 6 people watching, but nobody's chatting. That's okay. I'll go back to having some music on since there isn't really anything to do in the chat right now as far as needing to give people moderator and stuff. So we'll get some Wari Cha-Cha going again. I wonder if it's too bright out here for my party lights. Yeah, you can't see them. And I know, Chi, you're not feeling good, so I understand if you're not really feeling like typing right now and you're just maybe listening or watching. That's cool too. It's good for me. Oop, down to 3, but I got down to 2. They're leaving. Everybody's leaving me. I don't know if I have any. Well, I got one person in here. I don't know who's in here still. And we're up to 5. Who's lurking? Say hi. Give me a topic. Ask a question. Having breakfast. I thought you were going to go back to sleep, my chats. Guess you gave up on sleeping. You were having too much fun chattering away with me. Or actually, you're probably listening to me, but chatting with Kuya Jesters. All right, Gemma. Mark's still here too. That's funny. Yeah. Chip is inside doing some cleaning, which I should be helping with, but I'm not feeling motivated today, which I've got to get motivated eventually, but it's not raining, so I figured I'd crunch away some time. Yep, I will definitely tell him you said hi. If the Philippines and China war, is the U.S. going to help the Philippines? The U.S. and the Philippines have a what is it? I can't remember the exact term. It's something like a joint defense agreement or something. So yeah, I believe if there's a war with the Philippines and China, that the U.S. would help the Philippines. U.S. and Philippines are allies, and we have an agreement, so it's in their best interest if the U.S. helps the Philippines, because they're allowing us to utilize some of the bases as well. So yeah, but I don't think the U.S. is as impenetrable as people think, and especially if they start multiple conflicts around the world and we end up being involved in multiple, that'll spread the U.S. pretty thin. And then what military would be left to defend the U.S. itself? I'm not super comfortable even here in the U.S. So my answer to that is I'm gonna, God bless Mother Russia. All right, Lucas. Yeah, I don't want conflict with anybody, but it's going to happen sooner or later, I believe. I would rather be in the Philippines if something happens, because at least then I'm with Chi. So I'd rather be there than here. Same thing if there was another lockdown, I would rather be in the Philippines than here. So that's what my choice is, to get to the Philippines and be there and go through whatever happens there in the Philippines. I'm 49, I've already served my time, so I'm not really worried about getting called up. I've got enough disability stuff. They'd be pretty hard pressed to force me back into service. Now my son is in the Navy, and I worry about him if we get into a hot conflict. That's my bigger concern, is for my son, because he's on one of the kind of ships that would probably get taken out pretty quickly. And that's scary, but at the same time, somebody has to do it. Just arrived 300 warship from U.S. and Ukraine. Yeah, I don't think the U.S. has that many warships over and near Ukraine. I'm more worried about the Middle East and Taiwan. I think those are the ones that concern me more. Although things could get crazy with NATO and Ukraine and Russia. That's definitely possible. What's the question, Paulo Banez? What's Banez? What about the Philippines? How about the Philippines? What's your question? Be a little more specific, brother man. I'm happy to, in most cases, answer questions, but you've got to be a little more specific. There's always going to be things happen, but you just have to trust God and pray about it and live your life the best you can, so that if something happens and you're not around anymore, then you're right with God, and you're ready to meet him. So, you know, if you're religious, which most of the Philippines is, then Philippines is what, 97, 98%? Matets has not delivered breakfast. Yeah, I hope so too, Lucas. But he's in the Navy and he's planning on re-enlisting, so he's probably gonna be in the Navy through whatever conflicts happen. And I don't want anything to happen to him, but somebody's got to man the military. Somebody's got to be in the military branches and keep us and our partners and allies safe. So I can't expect it just to be somebody else's brother, sister, and whatever. You know, we all do our part. Bikers Idol Philippines, hello. Now I guess I will go back to my chat and see if I need to give anybody else moderator. Turn my audio down so I'm not getting feedback and echoes. Go to channel. All right. I am already subscribed to Bikers, so I'm pretty sure I saw him in another connector channel, so I'll give him moderator. Let me check out Lucas. Oh, click on that. Got a channel. Lucas does not have a channel. Paulo. No content. And Elseth. Not really. English, Gemma. English. All right, I'll go back to music. Yep, you're welcome, Bikers. What's up, dude? What's up? You look sore.
Got the sinking tub cleaned out.
Nice.
Got it vacuumed.
Nice.
Hit the floor. You get toilet brush?
Yeah, it's under the sink in my bathroom. I'm pretty sure there's toilet cleaner in your bathroom, but if there's not, there's 2 containers in mine. Yes, you do hear Chip. Let me do a little flippy flip. Gemma says she hears Chip.
Hi. Just working on the house today.
Now I can yawn and let them stare at you for a few minutes. Hello. Get down. I love you, but you still need to get down.
You got me on the video now?
Yes.
Okay, you can take me off.
Gemma says hello, Chip. Have a good day.
Freshly shaved.
Yeah, freshly shaved, he says. Shaved his head. Shaved his face. Not shaved my face. I did trim it. He's much more guapo now. Gross. Gross, Ash. Chi says hello.
Hello, I said hi.
Chip says hello, Chi.
No, I said hi.
Chip says hi. He's stressed. No, I said hi, not hello. What, are you trying to tell us something? Are you high? Is that what you're saying? Oh my goodness. Oh my gulai. I'm sure I just made Chi smile or laugh, even though she doesn't feel good. So far the clouds went around us. So far no sprinkles, knock on wood. Sana all. Hanako. All right, we're at 2 hours and almost 4 minutes. I'm going to end the live, restart the YouTube app, and start another live. So if you're enjoying it, come right back. I'll be back live in probably less than 5 minutes. Hanako.